Confessions of Married Men.
Brown Monday.
This is the day after Valentine's Day. You'll be listening to this if you were on time, 6 a.m. ready. So we thought we'd make it themed about our epic fails with ladies over the years.
Indy's epic fails.
Yes. Goran's too. You got some.
I had very few fails.
Put them out the skeleton closet. Let's not do this, okay? I saw what you used to look like way back in the day.
Mera track record in that, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yes, fantastic. So let's go through the trauma. Let's comb through the trauma now, Goran. Yeah, let's comb through it slowly but surely. Okay. For me, I went to a school that was dominated by white people.
Yeah.
So there were no uppity choices. You
made the best of what you had.
I made the best of what I had.
And you chose a munda.
And the problem is that whenever I took a picture with people from school and it made it to uni, people were going through your Facebook pictures.
Yeah.
And they saw brown man, white woman, brown man, white woman, brown man, white woman. And I got the token milkman. Title. They called me the milkman.
That has so many connotations.
So many connotations with it, except people you normally run away with the milkman.
Yeah.
And that's it. No one ran away with me.
You're trying. You're like, you want to come to my house, please?
No one ran away with me, bro. It's painful. Painful.
I got geography degree. I know how to use a compass. I'll show you.
It's painful, man.
Milkman. Do you like? I think you're secretly proud of it, though.
No, I wasn't.
I think you carry like a badge of honor.
No, I didn't think that I was going to go to university and meet this many brown people and it would come back to haunt me. I thought it would be like a mix of people. But then when I got to uni, I realised, oh shit, there's a lot of people here that have been through what I've been through. They understand. And then you
met
resonate
other
people.
apne bande who are only exposed to...
No, other apne bande that have gone through the same upbringing of like being brown, having traditional parents, going through all of that. Not necessarily dating and being around white people. No.
You dating Gordon?
No, I didn't actually date any of them.
Define date.
Huh?
Define date.
Go out with them 1-to-1.
Okay, but it's still, yeah.
And then say this is a date.
But like when you're young, right? Let's just say kind of teenage level. You can't drive a Gaddi, so your transport's or bus. You don't really have any paise. You ain't got a job, so you get like pocket money. It's hard to date, man. Like it's not, I don't know how people do it. Honestly, looking back at it now, I don't know how people have good boyfriend, girlfriends. Outside of like, you message each other and you MSN and remember the MSN days?
Oh, man.
You put your status up, which is what you dil di gal, huh?
Oh,
but you wouldn't say who it's about. But it's like, you know if you're looking.
You know who it is.
And then you come online, go offline, online, offline. Then you sit offline and then, you know, you message someone like, I'm really here. But you didn't know.
Okay, I never did that.
I
never did that before.
I'm just saying I knew it happens, isn't it?
According to Sanj, there were people that she knew who would go online, offline after telling someone they liked them on MSN. So they go online, offline to get their attention.
Yeah, because it pops up
on the right.
Yeah, it's just
and they're like, oh, sorry, my internet was playing up. When they're trying to get their attention to bring them back to the conversation in question. It's absolutely alarming the depths that people will go to.
But it's the original WhatsApp, man. It was
the original WhatsApp.
Do you know what I mean? Instant. There was like, it was just to and fro. And you had that awkward phase and someone didn't reply and you're like, oh my God, ki ho gaya.
Do you remember those people who used to have their status always set to away?
Yeah.
All the 24/7. When they're at school, their status is away. I'm like, how's your status away? Just turn off your MSN, man.
Right. No, they had a little line through it.
They just kept the computer on all day.
I never saw people like that.
Crazy. Back to the story. So
the milkman.
There was one girl at school that I liked for about 5 years.
Whoa. The way you started that was like, yeah, they liked for like 5 minutes or like a week. 5 saal medical degree
like
here.
5 years medical degree. Medical degree strong. Wow. Yeah, man, I got nowhere with it. It was painful.
No, but when you say you like, did you tell her or anything?
Yeah, I told her loads of times.
Yeah, 5 saal every year. That's no Saturday anniversary. Anniversary of you not liking me. Oh my God.
It may as well have been.
One more badge.
It may as well have been, man. It was that bad, honestly.
Like, was it like dagger through the heart?
Not dagger through the heart. Just like, I just didn't get the message, man.
Was she taken?
No, she was single. Sometimes she was taken. Other times.
You persisted through the time she was taken.
I didn't persist. I just knew that I still liked her.
I knew she was the one.
She wasn't the one, but I'll tell you that much.
I knew. Manu, pata si. Yeah, dasa karte, Baba ji, please. And then I'm
oh my God. You think I was going to Gurdwara?
Yeah.
Putting down 10 pounds for the announce with the white TV.
You're like, potte. You know, so guys, when you're in the Gurdwara, you go to the back and you're writing ardas, na? So, ardas vich ki rakhna? Main Indy Singh Khera.
Jagjit Singh Khera.
हाँ मैं इंदवी जगजीत सिंह खैरा ਗੋਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਆਹ ਕਰਨਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਇਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਪਰ ਆਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰ ਲਓ
Or you sneak me another 20 quid and I'll do it. I'll do it. When no one's here, there, ask at 5:15, I'll do it then. Right?
ਏਦਾਂ ਪੁੱਤ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਚਰਚ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਨੰਦ ਕਾਰਜ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ ਨਾ
No problem, no problem.
That's it. Acha, so 5 years, bro, that's...
That was bad.
Do you know, the other thing is, right, and I definitely had this, right? I don't know if it's watching Bollywood films, but I think that probably has a thing to do with it. When you're in that phase, right, and you're kind of, you know, the guy chasing a girl, you have this feeling that if I just persist enough, if I'm the good guy, right, this whole good... Eventually, she's going to see that...
This is why Andrew Tate did so flipping well.
Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum.
Never.
Because you think that one day she's just going to look at you.
You think it's going to crack through.
She's going to look at you and be like, you've been there my whole life.
You hope that.
Right. Through my everything.
You hope that, but nah.
But no, like this bullshit logic doesn't work. And you grow up thinking, listen, Korea, why you want to be this dickhead, mandams, right? Who ain't going to get like one GCSE, don't even know what university is, and going to be serving...
Because it was the way they carried themselves with confidence and not caring.
Bro,
that's what made it attractive. This is why Tate existed, you know.
Because did you not have confidence?
People will all be a nice guy in school and stuff, a nice guy, and they just end up nowhere. Unfortunately, it is a rule of life when it comes when it comes to teenage ages, teenage period, that period, it's all about confidence. It's not about you being the nice guy or anything. You can be a nice guy and be confident, and it can work for sure. Absolutely. I'm not saying go and be a dickhead to women. No. I'm saying you got to apply yourself with confidence and assurance, which teenage kids don't have. They fucking perspirate whenever they're near a girl and they've never spoken to him for the first time. It's normal because you're in an uncomfortable environment and you're thinking, oh shit, how do I handle this? You got to go through a lot of fuck ups to get it right.
Yeah, see, I've never had that. But then I don't know, for me, your primary school mixed or...
Primary school?
Yeah, was it mixed?
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying some people's primary schools are mixed.
True.
So I think if you have exposure to girls, if you have a sister, that's another thing. You had a sister, I had a sister.
Yeah.
A lot of girl cousins as well in my family, and there's very few Monday in dad's side. I don't think I ever had an issue speaking to girls, right? But then it was like that whole, okay, we're tight, we talk all the time, friend zone. But how do you progress this further?
You can't.
Right,
well, okay, that's not true. Me and Sandra are friends for years, and I did, but that's different.
But still, my point being, right, if you're a kuri, right, now this is maybe they're not thinking long-term ROI, but you got some dudes here, right, doctor, business, dentist, these guys are going to make it in life. These dickheads, they're not going to make it in life, but you want to be with them. Chalo, you enjoy, man, because
enjoy karo,
because you're not going to get anything later down the line, man.
They will get something later down the line. They will. They'll move on to university, bigger circles. Things will change.
We'll see.
That's how it goes.
It's like I think about, you know, episode of Friends when Monica gets a date with that guy who they all wanted to date in school, and he had his own bike,
yes,
Chet
that's
or
right.
Ches or something like that.
Oh, what's his name?
Chet.
Not Chet, but I know the one you're on about. Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, I still got my job at
the movies. Movies. That's it.
And I stay at my mom's, but I can stay out late. Yeah. Those are the dickheads that you know, these girls wanted to get with. I remember with Shindy. So again, we were like friends for a while, like 9 months a while. And then I remember Googling one day, it was like, how do you make your friend like you?
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah. It's like, friend.
Ad for Andrew Tate. Straight up Google ad.
That's straight manipulation. He's like, you tell her you don't want to see her. What's really interesting, actually, when we...
Careful.
When me and Shindy ended up together, actually, I didn't go full tape mode, but towards the end, I was like, okay.
You're losing patience.
No, it's not losing patience. I was just a bit like, okay, let me try a different tact where I was a bit more distant, let's say. Right, a bit more distant. And within 3 days, that's it, we got together. It was instant. I was like, man, this obviously Tate didn't exist then.
Oh my God.
But, if you just poppy shotty a little bit.
That's it, boss. Oh, yeah. Confidence. Take your confidence.
No, I had the confidence. She looks back as well. You said you were confident, but you took away the attention you had. Right, so girls like attention.
What, you gave her too much attention?
No, as in she got used to a certain level of attention, so anything less than that wasn't normal. So that was it. And then once that happened, she was like, "Oh, I don't like you not having your attention and you're speaking to you and the things we're doing." But within 3 days, man,
there we go.
Cold turkey. That was it.
See, go and game the system. That was one goodie at school.
Wow.
Yeah, there were others in
Milkman,
between where
yeah.
like I thought, oh yeah, there were a couple where
How
I
did
said
you
to
think
them,
that was going to work?
what?
Son of CSK,
Uh,
milkman.
Huh.
Daddy manu milkman कहते हैं. If you were serious, let's just imagine this, right?
Go on.
Tell me
I'm
that
young,
conversation.
dumb,
No.
I'm full of.
I know.
Right, okay.
Tell me. So imagine you're at a serious point in your life, right? You can pick any age you want to be, and you are dead serious. There is a goodie. You want to marry her. You're in love. She's like proper, like let's say into our culture, and there's like good mix and all that kind of stuff. Tell me how you pitch that to CSK.
Very easily.
Go on, that's them.
I'll say to mum, dad,
Anji.
you've been to X amount of weddings where people who have either converted or they've gotten married to someone who is white,
Right.
and they've chosen to take Sikhi on, or they've agreed to marry someone Sikhi and do lawa, everything, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You've gone to that, which means you endorse that wedding. Wow. Why wouldn't you endorse that for me?
Oh, to see, मेरे लिए कर सकते हैं. You've got this all planned out.
Geez,
Scripted.
you think this is my first rodeo? I've thought of these conversations in my head for years. I thought
because
I thought in my head in the
Yeah.
future, if I do want to marry someone who's out of caste, this
Yeah.
is the conversation I've got to have. I spoke about this on the podcast in the past, didn't I? I knew the route I had to go down with mum and guide her through it. And then if I win mum over, you then broach dad, which is a different topic. But if you got to win over mum first, then it.
CSK,
Gotta win over mum.
Darda.
Mate, everyone's
You're gonna
dead
get
gap,
shipped
man.
to
Yo.
India. No one's gonna see you again. पुत्त मेरी कोई ज़मीन है तू जाके देख ला. Daddy मेरा passport कितने गया?
Yeah,
6
that's
months
it.
later.
No, there is the passport. It's done. It's mine now.
Yeah, and then you come home. to the
Sold.
parents-
Biggest bidder. Right.
पुत्त आ तेरी wife है हुन.
There you go.
आह
That's it.
जेड़ा बूटा है ना. तेरी wife है हुन.
All the flowers in the back garden. Yeah. So, yeah, in between, there were a few other girls who I liked, in quotes.
I tell you.
And I'd approach them, I'd tell them, etc. They were flattered. And I'd always lose out to the other guy that they were looking at.
Other guy brown or not brown?
Not brown. Always not brown. I was
Sorry,
one
I'm-
of like 4 or 5 brown people at the whole school.
Oh, we took him still.
This is still school days. Yeah.
You'd always lose that. They were flattered though.
They weren't flattered. They were like, oh. And then they're like, I'll think about it. And I was like, okay. And then you'd hear from other friends where they're saying, oh, you know, she's still thinking about this, but she's got that guy and she's thinking about that. And I was like, all right. And then she always went with the other guy. I was like, cha.
Tell me, like, how did you actually tell them? What was your line?
Probably a text message or something.
Oh, shit.
You'd never do it in person, would you?
Why?
You haven't got the confidence to do that, man.
Mate, in primary school.
It's probably an MSN, you know.
I think
Yeah, in
I
primary
think
school, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, in primary school. I remember telling, there was a goodie, the very few brown kids in our primary school, private primary school, right? And I remember she came in like towards the kind of last few years of school, so she wasn't there the whole time. And I remember telling her, I think it was Valentine's Day, and I gave her a Easter egg. That was like a thing that we did in our school. There was like exchange. So I got her one that was just obviously like,
Yeah.
I like you, the little love hearts and everything in there. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. So I told one of my mates to give it to her, and I could see him giving it to her. I was watching him do it.
Oh,
Right.
no.
So then I was like, oh, so like this is it now. It's not going back, right? It's just-
this
she's
is
got it.
year what? 5?
I don't know, 4 or 5 or something. And I was like, oh, he's giving it to her. And then he came back. He's like, yeah. He didn't say anything else. Like, guys, we don't ask for detail. We're just like, come here, thinking that,
done.
oh, you know. And then, right. So in this school, we had inside shoes and outdoor shoes. Take We had indoor. What do you call them?
Indoor shoes, outdoor trainers.
No, what are the shoes called on the inside? Sandals.
Astroturf. Sandals.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay,
had
shit,
indoor
okay.
sandals,
Oh.
and then we had outdoor like a going home shoes. So I remember we had these little cubby holes where you change at the end of the day, and I was just changing it, and then as I was like there, crouching or kneeling over, I felt this pain in the back of my head, like here. And so I turned around, my mate was there, and he goes, yeah, that girl you liked, she just came behind you, kicked you in the head, and walked off.
Oh my god!
Up and he's all right, yeah. So
She booted you in the head.
Sing a partcon, right? Yeah. So I was like, the thing is, I only thought about this like a few years ago.
Yo, how
again.
hard did she hit you?
Yeah, not hard. But now that I have a medical degree, I realize the what could happen with
But
that
she
kind of injury.
kicked you.
Kicked me in the back of the head, man, for saying I liked her. I was like,
Yo, that was your first introduction to feisty Punjabi women, man.
Man, it's like, I didn't even say roti bana de. So I was like, maybe I like you.
I didn't even say that.
मैं कुछ कही ही नहीं. I was like, मैं तेरे को अंडा देता हाँ.
Do you remember in My Wife and Kids when Michael would tell Katie, if a boy comes up to you and he says this,
Yeah.
you kick him straight in the nuts.
Yeah.
Right, and then
yeah.
one kid went up to her and said that, but he was sent by Michael. And he was like, no, stop. And then she
yeah.
booted him in the nuts clean.
Yeah.
I think that's what this girl was told. She was told, if any boy says this to you when he's not looking, run up to him, boot him in the head and walk off.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just
That's what she was told by her mum or dad, I reckon.
clearly, man. But
That's got to be learned behaviour. You don't do that by instinct.
that's a good point. That's a very good point. I've never thought about it. I've never had outside objective opinion on this story.
I'm telling you, man. I'm here for you, Garen. I'm here for you, bro.
Yeah. So so that was that. So you do by MSN.
I think I did it by MSN, man. It was a big mistake. One of them I wrote a letter. Full letter.
Wow. Romeo.
Was it letter? No, it was a long ass text message. That's what it was. Cost me 40p to send it.
Whoa.
One of them like extra. No, it wasn't. I had an iPhone. No, it was this was year like sixth form time. Yeah, had the iPhone. I sent the message when texts were becoming a bit freer. Like you had about 300 texts a month.
Yeah. Oh, there's a limit.
And I was like, okay, yeah. So I was doing that. I was like, this is a 4 texter. Yeah, fine, that's fine.
4 texter.
There you go. It was a lengthy message. Bro.
Did you get anything back?
No.
At all?
Well, she kind of saw me during the day, and then she said, "Yeah, I don't feel the same way." And I was like, "Okay."
You took it really well.
No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't take it well. I went like, "All right."
Kabhi khushi kabhi
that may as well have played in the background as I was doing this. There you go. That's what happened, man. So that was tough. There was another girl.
Bro,
mate, it's school. Who do you know outside of school? Nowadays, this is pre-social media, and all you knew was your school network.
I love this,
right?
Man.
So I feel bad for kids nowadays that have to compete with other guys from other places across the UK that are being broached by other.
That's a good point.
So hang on, let me just cut into that. So I feel sorry for kids nowadays that have girls in their school that are being approached from guys from other schools across the UK because they can have access to her on Instagram.
True.
In school, all you knew was just your school and a few friends that were at other schools. That's it.
So what you're saying is the pool is much smaller.
The pool was smaller.
You knew who you competed
so I stood more of a chance.
Yeah. You're like, I'm wanting this rather than wanting this.
Even though I had 0 success rate, I had a better chance. Right.
Yeah, and you knew your competition.
I knew the competition. So this was end of school, end of sixth form. I'm going into uni. Go on the summer holidays, messaging her back and forth, and she basically hinted at wanting to go out with her. I could stay over at hers, etc. All this stuff.
Oh, Pleasureland,
mate. She was saying all this, and I was thinking, what's the right thing to do here, innit? Like, we should go out. We should be like a boyfriend and girlfriend.
We should hold hands.
We should hold hands, and we should do things traditionally before I even come to your house and do anything like that. No. I gotta do things properly. We gotta be in a relationship.
Sorry, this is brown Kudi or not brown Kudi?
This is not brown Kudi. This is a white girl.
Yeah, so on it, which it's okay.
No, to her it's okay. To me,
progressive. Yeah.
I didn't know that was an okay thing to do.
To sleepovers.
No, to have like a no label on it kind of thing. I didn't know that was allowed or possible. I thought, no, it's just straight relationship. Then you get it's like a pre-qualifier. The relationship is a
You like there's no casual.
She was hinting at like a casual thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if you want to do this, it's got to be serious.
So you like.
I was like, bam, straight in.
You like
I completely fucked it up. I fumbled that bag because of that so badly.
Wait. So wait, slow down. She was on it.
She was on it.
Casual thing.
Yeah.
Pleasureland.
Yes.
You know, could have been chilling with CSK. Whatever.
Yeah, straight up.
Right, but you like, nahi, rishta kar denge si.
No, I said to her like something along the lines of, we should really like do this properly or something, or like be in a relationship. Like, I can't remember, bro. It was so many years ago. I can't remember. But all I remember was a couple of days on, she was being really off, and I was like, "What's going on?"
I'm scared of her,
and she said something like, "You seem like you really want a relationship," and I was like, I went,
you know, this is Jay. Jay in betweeners. You know when he finally gets a girlfriend, you know Jay chats shit the whole series.
Yeah.
He gets that one girlfriend, and he's like, "Jay, you're a bit needy for me. You know, you text me all the time."
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I think
you became
that's
needy.
What happened. It was
touched,
completely ruined
it. You wanted
Since then, she developed the ick. It was gone.
Bro, you want to see you
icky guy आ गया, okay? Icky guy आ गया.
You were there like trying to introduce it to your Gyani and like ਸਾਡੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਚਾਰ ਲਾਵਾ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ.
Oh man.
Yeah. ਤੂੰ practice ਪਿੱਛੇ ਖੜ.
I didn't even know how to do a pug. I was wearing patka full time.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned how to tie a pug at uni. I don't know if the pug would have made things any better, but I used to really shave my beard down then because I had the fluff, and then I shaved it off completely, and then I had stubble. And then like a goatee kind of thing.
I remember.
Yeah. So I don't know if the bug would have assisted things and moved things along.
You were right in there. right in
Completely
there.
fumbled it.
You know, you were like, that's it.
I can sit and laugh about it now because I'm like, you know, you're young, you're naive, you don't know what the hell you're doing. My mum's going to see me in a completely different light after this episode. But mum, I didn't see any of him through. Okay, there you go. That's it.
Yeah, but not by your own fruition.
By my own results and outcome, I'm a bibapot.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if the Korean had wanted things to progress,
hey, ask 16-year-old Indy. I don't know. I am 31-year-old Indy.
We're going on a date now, and buy a crisp packet.
I get you free crisp packet from my dad's offer. Yeah,
don't worry.
My dad's offer, man.
Just to go for a date. She's like, "Tu mere kar raha ja main tere kar raha na."
That's it, man.
He's like, "नहीं, पहला रिश्ता होना चाहिए। ਅਸੀਂ ਰੋਕਾ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਹਨਾ? ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ."
There you go. The moral of the story here, people.
ਪੈੜੀ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਮੈਂ। ਮੰਮੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼। ਹਾਂਜੀ।
The moral of the story here, people,
ਮਿਠਾਈ ਦੀ ਡੱਬਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂ ਮੈਂ?
is don't feel bad about the mishaps you had when you were younger, man. I've just been very vulnerable and told you guys pretty much all of them. It's okay. Like, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. If you're still doing this now in your 20s, you got some thinking to do in it. But
yeah, no, it's look, it's all a journey of self-discovery.
Yes,
right. You are trying to understand your emotions as you get older, and then you have things like obviously you go through puberty, your hormones change. You go from a point where I want to play all day in the park with my guy mates to girls exist. Like it just turns on. You're like, oh, hello.
Yeah, it's called testosterone, bro. That's what it's called.
Right, yeah. So then you're like, oh, hello, I didn't see you before.
Yeah.
Right? So you have that. Then you try and navigate that. Then you're like, okay, like you said, okay, in our thing, it's pray. So you got to focus on academics. Don't get distracted. You have plenty of time to have fun or whatever. As you're old, whatever that means, huh?
That never works. You heard that line. Absolute truth, man.
No, they're like, exam bari na tu fun.
You can have fun when you're university.
Jaake, na, this is what they would. University jaake tu fun kar liya. Utte jaake paki ki fun hona.
Just not in the house. Do it at your halls, okay? Don't bring it home. Do it at the halls.
Is that what you're told?
That's what I think they were thinking.
I wasn't told that, bro.
No. They never said it. They never said it.
Progressive family.
They never said it, but I think they were thinking that, which is out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, if I don't know.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I didn't see it. Yeah.
That's it. But then university comes, and then that's like, okay. Because then there's like, I don't know if it's a pressure anymore, but did you feel at uni, this is my place and time to meet someone?
Yes. I felt that pressure.
Did you go with that intention?
I felt that pressure. I didn't go with that intention, but I was here. I was like, okay. And then when you meet someone, you think,
could you be? Potential.
But then, I went the opposite way. I flipped it and said, I'm not going to put pressure on that. Then I'm just going to stop doing that. I'm just going to enjoy being with a person. That's it. But then, if you linger in that too long, like I did, with the wrong person, you then realize you kind of wasted your time. So you kind of do need a bit of longevity thoughts within your time, because uni's a bubble. When you get out of uni, people are back at their own cities, locations,
it's
real
hard.
world.
It's very hard. Yeah, you're
Student
right.
loans gone. You got to earn a living, 9 to 5. You don't get time to text each other. You got to make time to call people in the evenings. It's not as straightforward as you would think.
Yeah.
So uni is a nice bubble, but taking that outside and thriving outside that environment and being good with it is very difficult.
That's a fair point. If I look back at me and Shindy, now we've been together
12 years a slave.
12 years a slave, so 13 years this year. It's actually 13 years on the 7th of February, so we're actually
going to India to celebrate.
Yes, we are. Never thought we'd be doing that.
We're going to reenact Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like, so Karan and Shindy here at uni is a whole like different chapter of our lives. So we remember, we don't really remember. It's very different to what we are now. But I'm glad we had that time, those years, to basically have the time to sit with each other and just chill.
Yeah.
Like literally, I said to her, I was like, man, we used to just like, next to Halls, there was like this place called, I can't remember what it's called, it's a bar basically, but chilled bar. And we just go there, there's couches, and we just chill all day. And I was fine, we go for long walks all day, go to Frankie's and Benny's, and like life just seemed really
serene,
paced, and you didn't really need much money to do all these things. And it's just, I'm glad we had that time.
Yeah.
Because without that, it's very difficult. Because then after that, it's like, okay, we're solid now because we've had that. We got to know each other. And all the advice I give all my friends is when you're getting into relationships, that's fine. But you really, the only way you can get to know each other is if you spend time with each other in a meaningful way. You have to see bad side, good sides, fighty, annoying habits. You have to see all these different angles, essentially after the honeymoon period. And then you'll see, is there somebody, that I can actually see making life with?
Yeah.
So that's the advice I give people. But yeah, man, when you're in Yana, you just You just do funny things, man.
You can say that again, mate.
Yeah. There was one time, this Korea I liked here, and it's really funny. Like, we kept liking each other at different times.
Oh.
So one time, I asked her out on the phone. I was like, you know, do you want to be my girlfriend? It was like straight up like that. We were on good level anyway. We were talking all the time, that kind of stuff. I was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And then she was like, no. But it was an interesting time because...
How old were you?
I guess now. 16. I want to say 16. 15, 16, something like that. But when I look back at it, when she said no, I was like completely unfazed. I was like, okay. It was like a... I didn't
Really?
Yeah. And
you were devastated.
No, that's why it was so interesting. I was like, okay. And it was just like...
Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's like I asked you, it's not my system. You don't know, it's fine. And then I just kind of carried on or whatever. And then I remember I saw her the next week. And again, this is only in retrospect. After she told me, she'd come like really dressed up. I put effort in and like did like some atta and stuff. And I was just really like... I really chilled with her, like normal. Like we were just chatting. Like, I wasn't blanking or anything. I wasn't doing like my hard man thing. And then we left where we were met. Basically, we used to go to tuition together. And so we used to once a week. This is like, you know, before you had Gaddi and things, as in you couldn't drive. And then she texts me, she's like, why don't you ask me out?
Oh,
right. So you're a guy. And I'm like, I asked you out last week. You said no.
You expect me to come and do it again?
No, then you come the next week and we're cool. Like, there's like, I'm not being off with you or anything. And then you're angry because I didn't ask you out. And she's like, yeah, but I wanted you to ask me out this week. I was like, huh? I was like, where's the logic in
that
this?
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all, man.
If you... hang on. You pluck up the guts to ask someone out once.
Yeah.
Then you think, you know what? I didn't get a hard enough no. Let me go and ask one more time just to be certain. And then what? You think in your head she's going to say yes. No, you're not going to put yourself through that. You're like, "Hey, there, man, what are you gonna?" Yeah,
I was happy. Like, I was cool now. So I was just like, fine, whatever. And then I was like, I don't see any logic here. What? Why?
I don't see any logic here either.
Yeah, I was like, why do you want me to ask you out? Sorry, after you said no. Like, have you thought about it more? But one thing I realized from Shindy afterwards, because I said Shindy, I was like, we didn't get together straight away. So there's definitely a period of no, I don't like you like that. Then there's a long period of, yeah, maybe I do, I'm a bit confused. It's that bit, and then there's obviously yes at the end. But Shindy's like, girls are irrational and illogical. As in, they can say one thing, but they can be thinking about 10 different things. But to a guy, you like me. It's very black and white, on, off switch. Analog.
Analog.
Yeah, it's just like, you like me, you don't like me. It's like that, right? So for us, I'm like, yeah, I don't really understand. I don't really understand how you feel.
I don't understand these creatures, right?
These, yeah. So yeah, because Shindy and I had that for a long time. Like I told you, man, Shindy would play these Hindi songs in her bedroom, right? We'd just be chilling, watching a film or something, like in the background. And she loves singing, and I knew the songs anyway, and I knew what the words meant. So I was like, I'm so in here. I was like, I know what is being said. Maybe, just maybe she's trying to tell me something, but she doesn't know hinting, right? So I was there,
MSN status hinting.
Yeah, and I was like, we are so in here. And then nothing would happen. I was like, huh? And so I asked Shindy recently, I was like, we used to do that. She's like, yeah, I just like the songs. I didn't know what they were saying.
Told you. There you go.
Didn't know what they were saying. But as a guy, you're like, am I the bunch?
Yeah, but you're one of the few guys who actually understood the lyrics.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the real difference here. You're holding out on one story here, Karen. One story.
Which story?
Yeah?
Which story?
The Gaddi.
Gaddi?
The Gaddi.
What Gaddi?
You're holding out on me, man. Come on, man. You got to tell this one. I told everything. everything today.
Okay. So this is the same girl.
The same one who said, well, why didn't you ask me out?
Yeah. Same goodie. So,
hang on. How many years on is this?
No, it wasn't like years on. I don't know, maybe a year on or something, or 6 months. I can't remember the timeline. But essentially, we were like, okay. Again, dating, right? So... You can catch a bus and spend time together in town. That was the main thing you used to do.
Oh, that was class. Yeah.
Right. So and the thing is, in town, you just walk around.
Go to Riley's. Woo.
Yeah, Riley's. You don't have any money. So you're not buying shit.
But you go to Riley's.
You're just walking around. Yeah, but you're just walking around. So we did a lot of stuff in Bullring and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah. So she was gonna go with her friend to a garba, obviously a mandir or community center, and she was like, "Why don't you come there?" So I was like, "Okay." That's fine. What happened to my phone? Either my phone died or her phone died or was about to die. And so we were messaging like, okay, my phone's going to die. And that bar was like, how am I going to know you're here? So I went and stood outside this community centre with a shirt on, as if you're going. What you used to wear to go to like a party when you were kids, like a shirt and jeans or whatever. And
smart jeans, smart parent.
Smart parent. So about 30 minutes.
We wearing shoes, those brown shoes.
Brown shoes.
Those brown shoes.
Oh yes, Charlie Brown's.
We fucking knew about them brown shoes. We thought we were the shit.
Oh my! When I wore those to school, my grey things, I was like, man, I got my Charlie Brown scratch brown. That's what they were called.
They count.
And I was like, I'm just the G in it. Like bass was the other one used to run it.
Yes.
Bass, kickers, and
good
Charlie
shit,
Brown.
man.
So I'm standing there outside this community centre in the cold, in the dark, on the corner. Like some sort of male gigolo.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Like,
and I'll probably say how much.
No, and the thing is, so I'm trying to. I don't know when she's going to come, so I'm looking into cars. Yeah, no. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm there like, is she in that good deal?
Oh my god, you were trying to make eye contact if you picked up.
No. I'm trying to see where is she like when she come. And then the funny thing is, in the end, she came and I missed the car completely. And then then we saw each other. But the 40 minutes of trying to get there.
So she eventually picked you up.
No, she picked me up. Like basically, I was right next to the building anyway. She's gonna have to come apart there. I wasn't trying to get her to pick me up. I was just trying to see when she came,
so you could walk in together.
Well, no, so I know she's here. There's no way of knowing because I had no phone. Her phone had died or my phone had died. I think it was hers. I think her phone had died. So then there was no texting. So the last message was, look out for me. She didn't say what the car was, what color it was, what the registration plate was. Like, useful information.
So you're looking at every brown hoodie like, is that her? Is that her? Is that her?
Yeah.
It's dark. It's got the yellowy lights outside. You know, the ones that don't show the tinge of your skin color properly.
Don't show anything, man. Right. So then I'm there, like, you got this creepy thing just standing on the corner, who's obviously not Hindu, right? Going to Mandir Gamba, and he's just there
to pick up some lady.
Yeah. No, well, one lady, just only one, please. Sorry. Not like creepy or anything. And someone's there like, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? And then I completely missed her. And then she came out and was like, I'm here. I was like, oh, okay, fine. So.
And did she ask you to ask her out again on that evening?
No, she didn't. I think this is a period where we weren't together either. It was just really weird, man. It was just completely up and down. But she's one of those people where I look back now and I'm like, I'm so happy I didn't.
You didn't end up with that.
Yeah. We one time, and you can ask my sister about this. We
Okay, Siri.
Siri's telling us the time. Clearly, we're just chatting shit.
Oh, go on.
That's like Shindy has hacked Siri.
So, yo, hurry up, man.
It's like, yeah, you're just chatting shit, man. Oh, you can reach that far. His climbing arms. I think it'll stop there.
Yeah, go on.
And so we were trying to logistically arrange to see each other. So we went and watch this Hindi film, and she was like, "I'm going to be at this cinema." And so I was like, "Mom, my sister, let's go here." It's not a normal cinema. And then
so your sister pitched it to Mum for you?
No, I pitched it. Meher was just on board.
Oh, nice.
And Mum was like, "Why? We never go to this cinema." I was like, "No, special show."
Special show to watch Harry Potter. Special show.
I mean, the Hindi film, right? Or special seats or some shit. I don't know what I said. So then
your mum must have looked through you like you was flipping.
And then
she must have been so transparent to her. She'd be like, "Oh really? Yeah. You want to go to that cinema, dear? Oh, I wonder why."
Like Scotland, it makes no sense. And then at the last minute, that Kuri, she changed the cinema to another one, which was our original cinema. I was like, no, we don't want to go to that one, but we'll do that. Let's go to another one. So we ended up going to that cinema. And then, surprise. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, look at this."
And it was her family, and then my family, and we just like all sat together.
Did you sit with her?
Yeah.
Achha, how was that accepted?
That was fine, but there's nothing happening. There's no hand holding or anything.
Did you not try and do the hand holding in the dark?
Bro, hello, mom and dad are there, man. My mom's there.
Yeah, but your mum and dad are looking up, innit?
I was like, you proper your mum and
dad are looking up, no?
Yeah, rakdi maan de. Oh shit! He's a brother until you marry him, and then he can hear.
God.
Oh god! You know what's messed up about that kind of theory? It's just like
what, the rakdi thing?
No, not rakdi. It's this whole thing about, irrespective if you're a boy or girl, right? It's like, don't do anything. Ani karna, and then why can't you find a person? And it's like, hello, you're suppressing us, saying you can't do any of these things, right? And then when you want us to do it, why can't you do it?
Also, when they want us to do it, imagine you haven't been through those fumbling years because you listen to your parents. Then so the fumbling teenage years where you make every mistake, like me, right? Eventually, when you hit adulthood, you've got some of those mistakes out your system. Not all of them,
exactly.
but you got some of them out.
Ed Sheeran.
There you go.
The shit coming out the tap.
turn the
That's
tap.
it. That's it.
So Ed Sheeran had this video out and he said, when you're creating art, you turn the tap on and imagine it's a dirty tap. At the beginning, you're going to write really bad songs, really shit stuff, but at least you've opened the tap, open that system to flush it all out.
Yeah.
Then the good shit comes afterwards. That's the concept of the video. So when we say that, that's what we mean. Now we've had as Gary Vee says, at bats, right? To go and make those mistakes. If you listen to your parents, you're in your 20s, you've never spoken to a girl, you've never done those things, you don't know how to approach her, do I take on a date, do I hold a hand, how do I break the touch barrier? Like all these things you just don't know. So therefore, most women are going to be thinking, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't like me. Bang, gone. Unswipe. Especially in today's world.
I had a goodie once. I was in the cinema.
I had a goodie. Ek ladki goodie.
Huh. We're in the cinema, we're watching a film. And then randomly, midway, she just starts leaning on my shoulder.
Yeah, I've had this happen.
Right. But then, I feel like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes later, she just sits up. It's like she's thought about it. And she's like, what am I doing? And then
she sat there expecting you to just do the next level.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
You didn't.
Yeah. I was a bit like, ooh, okay.
This is tricky.
Yeah, no, we were just friends. So.
You were just friends.
No, we were just friends. We were just friends. Shindy was on the scene at this point.
Oh.
As in, we weren't together, but Shindy was on the scene. As in, me and Shindy went together, but she was on the scene more. And that person I was with, my friend, she really liked this other guy. She told me about all the time. So I was like, these girls again, man, just don't make any sense. My bata, you on huggy juppy.
Confusion.
Just real confusion. That's when you go to, imagine we had chat GBT, man, back then. How to make your friend like you. Say this, and this.
Watch this video by
Hitch. Remember Hitch? Remember Hitch, the opening scene where he makes these scenarios so the girl falls in love with you.
Yeah.
Like rescuing the dog in front of the taxi.
So mad.
You make it, it's a science, man. I'm the love doctor. Where's that from? What song is
Love
that?
Doctor.
Yeah, I'm the love doctor. Who says it?
I don't know.
50 Cent Candy Shop. Or PIMP. It's one of the two.
He doesn't say, I'm the love doctor.
Yeah, I'm the love doctor. 50 Cent.
What, in the music video or in the song?
In the song. It's either PIMP or it's Candy Shop.
Oh.
I think it's Candy Shop.
No, you're right. It's Candy Shop.
I'm the love.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God. I just have to think of the scene. Yeah.
Oh, look at you
the
referencing.
magic stick. I'm the love doctor. You can tell by your friends how strong I got you or something. Yeah, that one.
Oh, mate, look at you.
There you go. Something like that. My lyrics are all fumbled, man. I'm not with it.
No, wax lyrical.
You know what? One day we should actually do a full sing-along on a podcast live just to see how much of our favourite songs we actually know.
Like Bubble. Right, Challenger. Let's do a song, man.
That's an easy song, man. I'm on about the advanced
let's release a song.
No, I'm saying...
I say we release a song.
We do a sing-along.
We got professional mics.
Songs. I'm not going to do a professional song here. I can't sing. I can barely rap along to a favourite song. Na juda honge hum, kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. There you go. With the one tear rolling down the face, and the second tear rolling down the face, and the head shake. That's it. This is only good for YouTube, by the way. People, drop us your comments and let us know your heartbreak stories. We're here for you, man. Ladies, tell us about the guys that are completely fucked up.
Yeah.
Guys, tell us about the girls who
make
made you feel like a fool.
They make no sense. Ladies, tell us what you feel and just be straight up with it, man.
It's a safe space, man. You're not going to get trolled, but we might come back to this if we get a good enough response, just to touch on people's stories and say,
no point for me.
This is how you maybe made a mistake.
The first time I asked Indy out, it was on MSN as well. I was telling her I liked her. She told me in retrospect, she was talking to another mate. And she was like, no, she was on MSN talking to a mate. I was talking to her on the phone. I was playing Call of Duty as well. I remember very vividly.
That's what you told her. You got a 10 kill streak. Shindy, I like you. UAV incoming.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. It was the other world. You know, not. There's two studios that did COD, wasn't there?
Activision and someone else.
The other one, World at War.
Okay.
So I was playing like the old school one. I think it was killing Japanese people. It was that level, being an American or whatever.
Yeah.
And so Shindy said, when you were about to, she goes, I knew you were about to say it. I knew probably about 30 minutes before. And she said, you wouldn't say it. You kept like delaying it. And then she was telling a mate, she's like, yeah, he's about to say it. He's about to say it. Oh, he just said it. And then she said no. And then
she said no.
Yeah. So I remember that now. That was quite funny.
Oh God. You can hear her typing away. What are you doing? I'm playing COD, but what are you doing? Are you talking to someone else? Nikia? Why don't I have your undivided attention? even though you won't
You
give it
can't
any
handle my undivided attention.